This is Father Andrew Ritchie, and you're listening to Catholic Inspiration, a podcast from my website at studyprayserve.com. These homilies, presentations, and retreats form part of my ministry as a Catholic priest for the Diocese of Superior. And now I invite you to open your hearts to some Catholic inspiration. Today is January 2nd, and we're still in the Christmas season. Our gospel reading is John chapter 1, verses 19 to 28. This is the testimony of John. When the Jews from Jerusalem sent priests and Levites to him to ask him, "Who are you?" he admitted and did not deny it, but admitted, "I am not the Christ." So they asked him, "What are you then? Are you Elijah?" He said, "I am not." "Are you the prophet?" He answered, "No." So they said to him, "Who are you? So we can give an answer to those who sent us. What do you have to say for yourself?" He said, "I am the voice of one crying out in the desert, 'Make straight the way of the Lord,' as Isaiah the prophet said." Some Pharisees were also sent. They asked him, "Why then do you baptize, if you are not the Christ, or Elijah, or the prophet?" John answered them, "I baptize with water, but there is one among you whom you do not recognize, the one who is coming after me, whose sandal strap I am not worthy to untie." This happened in Bethany, across the Jordan, where John was baptizing. Who are you? I am not the Christ. I find some comic relief in this passage. Here's John the Baptist. Now remember, John's a fiery preacher, calling the people to repentance. This baptism is a public recognition, or someone is physically demonstrating that they are turning away from their sins, being baptized in this river, coming out cleansed, so that they can give their life to God. So John's got a following. He's got a crowd, and they're all excited. Who are you? And John says this blunt statement, "I'm not the Christ. I'm not the boss. I'm not the center of attention. I'm not that important." Now I hold this up because John could have wielded this power for his own personal gain. He doesn't. He could have kept the spotlight focused on him. He doesn't. John makes it clear that he is not the center of the universe. Jesus is. And friends, that's our takeaway today. To focus for a moment, because sometimes it's very easy in our worlds to get caught up in our stuff, caught up in whatever is in front of us, how we're feeling, what's going on, how people are treating us. And it can sneak in where our stuff becomes so important it's all we see. I'm not saying it's always, but I'm saying this is an easy trap to fall into, where because we're dealing with our stuff and our focus is on our stuff, we miss the other stuff. We miss the needs of other people. We miss what's going on around us. And we can get so caught up in our stuff that we miss the point in other people's lives, or the fact that we're just one part of this vast universe that God has created. Brothers and sisters, we are decimal dust. We are not the Christ. And every now and then that phrase comes in real handy in my own life when I get all worked up about something and I just think it's so important, and I just have to remember, I'm not the Christ. I work for the Lord. I serve the Lord. I follow the Lord. I am not the Lord. And I say that with a bit of a humor. I say that with a grin on my face because sometimes the bluntness of John the Baptist really can be helpful to shake us up and wake us up when we might be tempted to get so caught up in our own stuff we can't see the Lord at work in our lives. So caught up in what's going on around us that we have no awareness, no observational powers for the needs of the people that God has put before us. It's an easy trap to fall into. And so today, as we look at John's behavior, very virtuous, John, who's not claiming the attention, he's not worthy to untie the sandal strap of Jesus. John came to prepare the way. He knew who he was. It was not the Christ. He was one sent by God to prepare the way, do his part, and then get out of the way so Christ could work. May that be true for us too, that we're looking for God at work in our lives, preparing what we can, offering what we can, and then getting out of the way so that God can work in and through us, around us, and among us. Folks, today maybe we're tempted to get caught up in our stuff. May we pause and ask for a little help from St. John the Baptist, that we too will, in serving the Lord, keep our eyes fixed on Christ, give our attention to Christ, our focus on Christ, so that when we offer our lives, we can do it for the glory of God. God bless you all. This is Father Andrew, and I hope this podcast inspires your faith. Now, if you found it helpful, please share it with a friend, and you can help me by leaving a rating and a review. I keep all my listeners in my daily prayers, and I ask for your prayers in return. God bless you, my friends.